Hello, ladies and gents. Romie Reviews here. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is New Year's Eve, so Happy New Year's, in advance. Now, this is a filler episode for Real Housewives of Atlanta, in which we're like, okay, it's the holidays. I guess they figured they could get away with doing something like that, even though we're not here for it. That's not what we wanted. That's not what we signed up for, especially with this show, but fine. This is A Mother's Love, Season 11, Episode 9. Now, the episode starts off with Portia, and she has pains. I said, oh no, because she's pregnant, so I got really nervous, even though we know she's still pregnant today, so it worked out. But she actually thinks that it's gas, and she tells us, and her sister is there, and she tells us how she goes and broke wind in the morning once Dennis goes downstairs to cook breakfast. Dennis decided to go and do his business stuff in bed this morning, so she couldn't do that. And it most likely is gas. So Lauren was saying, maybe you need to stick a finger in her rear. I said, Portia was like, I don't play those reindeer games. I said, anymore. Anymore! Now, we have Cynthia. She's throwing this going to college, going away party for Noel, and Cynthia's just saying how it's a lot for her. It's like, oh, her only child, her baby girl, her her going to college. And so then she's asking her sister, how was it when your child went to college? She said she was devastated. Her mom said she was pissed at Cynthia for a year, and then she was pissed at Mallory when Mallory went away. Because Cynthia didn't go to college, but she did go, to fashion and modeling and all of that. So now Cynthia has to go upstairs to see how Noel's doing, why she hasn't come downstairs yet. And Noel didn't come downstairs yet because Noel is crying. She's crying and Cynthia has to hold her, and she's just like up against the wall, and she falls down to the ground because she's the only child. She was homeschooled for at least the last couple of years of school. And it's just a lot for her to go in to this new environment, to this new school, to meet new people. And I know a lot of us are thinking, okay, she had the gap year and she seemed really independent, and Cynthia seemed like the one that was more so the wait, where are you going, what are you doing type of thing, when are you going to be home type of thing. But that's how it is sometimes. It's cute and fun when it's, oh, I'll go here for a weekend, oh, I'll do a day trip, or like I said, a weekend trip, or spend a couple of days in Charlotte. It's a huge difference than I'm going to go away and without my security blanket for the first time ever. And that's why I think she was having such a hard time. And so Cynthia had to tell them, it's time for, sorry, can we just cancel this? I'm thinking, no. They can go and congregate, and you can go be upstairs with your daughter. Let them go and just see each other and have a nice time. But she calls Nene, and it's like, Nene, Noel's going through it right now. And Nene just tells her, hey, don't tell your daughter that it's okay not to go. You need to go and tell her, hey, you're going to be okay. Just reinforce the fact that you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay, and you're doing this. And we know Leon's going to be there, so it's more so what he's going to do. Now, we see Nene. What is Nene doing? So Nene's younger son, Brent, apparently he's supposed to be working at Nene's boutique because he's 19 years old. He doesn't want to go to college, fine, but he has to do something else. I guess the comedy stuff, I guess it's not going anywhere right now. So she's like, you need a day job. You're not getting this free allowance anymore. But he said, oh, I can't make it. I said, why? Now we see Candy. Candy held like half of this episode because Candy has to go to Mama Joy's. She has her baby Ace, so that always makes things a little bit easier. But Candy's upset. She's upset for multiple reasons. She's upset because of what Mama Joyce said about Todd to Portia, about the whole lemon thing. But that's not really the main thing for her. The main issue for her is the fact that she feels like Mama Joyce should have been there for her Life Achievement Award. And I agree. Mama Joyce should have been there. Why wouldn't she be there? How come she couldn't be there? And this has always been like a running theme with Mama Joyce and Candy, where Candy has always felt like Mama Joyce, cherry picks certain things, events in her life that she wants to go and support and what she doesn't. She definitely supported her career wise, but it's like little things like, hey, this is a lifetime achievement award. I'm not going to get another one of these. Why couldn't you be there? So Candy is right as far as her feeling upset, but Mama Joyce was talking about how she didn't mean it by like a lemon and it being sour and bad. Lemons are good. I mean, lemons, they produce. She was trying to go and take it somewhere else, and Candy stopped and said, hey, are you open to telling Todd, I'm sorry that what I said offended you and hurt you. That was not my intention. She said yes. I'm thinking it's never that easy with Mama Joyce. Now we see that Shamari's there with her mother and Ronnie. I said, Shamari looks just like her mom. Actually, they all look like each other. It was kind of weird, but whatever. The twins are there. The twins got a little fussy because it's outside, and boys are also usually a little bit more fussy to like little things. It's weird. It's really weird. So the nanny comes and takes the child away, but before that happens, we see Ronnie's there. He is a show, so he's going to be gone. So that's also why the mom's there. The mother's pissed. The mother said, hey, what you need to know is that who was that bee that went and called me a bee? She's talking about Marlo. When Marlo had the argument with Shamari. I guess Shamari went and told her mom that. I wouldn't have, but... But okay. Her mom sounds bad about it. Her mom said, look, if she wants a bee, I got her bee. I said, uh-oh. Marlo, did we mess with the wrong one? Did we? Did we? But anyway, aside from that, we do get this heart-to-heart with Shamari and her mom, because Shamari feels like her mom was a great mother. But, there's always that but she feels like her mom prioritized, let's use that verbiage, prioritized her work because she had to. She had 3 children. She had to do what she had to do, and she loves and respects her mom for that. But she does wish that she had her mom for around more when she was younger to help her with, I guess, some of the womanly things in all fashions, whether it's relationships, her body, whatnot. And she feels like she just kind of navigated part of that by herself. And her mom feels very guilty because she feels like she did as much as she could, and she had a demanding job, but she did take on more work because her focus was providing, as it should be. But looking back at it, she's like, we still could have been okay if I worked less and just be able to be around more. And so I'm sure that conversation helped someone. Now, Noelle, she's getting dressed. Noelle's over it. Her father's on the line on FaceTime, and Noelle still has that look of, okay, we're doing this, so. Now we see Eva. She's going dress shopping again, but this time with with a more supportive person, Nene. And Eva does feel bad that Nene wasn't a part of her shower or her mini girls trip. She does realize, okay, she messed up. And I'm glad that she said that, because it really wasn't a big deal. It became a bigger deal because it was played off like, oh, no. But anyway, it really wasn't a big deal. What's going on right now is that Marlo was invited. And Marlo's good with the fashions, but Marlo's also very judgmental and flat out can be very harsh. But Marlo's input was pretty valid. They were looking at dresses. The first dress had a lot of lace, and so it wasn't, what's the word? It wasn't what any of us would choose. If we were like, oh man, that's the best looking thing on you, mom. No, the second one was cool. I think the issue was that Marlo and a little bit of Nene, they wanted more couture type of look, and Eva just wanted more like sexual and lace and whatnot. And Marlo with her. Marlo's like, you know what? This dress actually looks nice if you were, we just need to lose 10 pounds. I said, we. Even if that's true, Marlo, why would you? What? And so then, thankfully, Nene was there, and Nene, she invited her, so Nene had to go and do damage control and said, Marlo, stop it. Stop it. Because that same 10 pounds she can lose, you can go on the same plan with her because you can lose it too. I mean, you can lose it right here. So it was funny. And then, because there was a little bit more nitpicking, because Ziva said she lost 30 pounds already. And it was like, well, how long when did you have the baby? 13 weeks ago. Well, you had 13 weeks to lose an extra. I said, Marlo, let's stop it. So now Portia is going to her checkup. And the baby did look pretty developed. That's why I was wondering, what's going on here? Apparently, this is the same doctor that she had when she was with Cordell. I thought, oh, so we're not getting one of the usual? Oh, okay. Okay. Consistency. Cool. Now, it was funny. The instrument that they were using to do the ultrasound, they put a condom on it. And so then Dennis was like, what is that? I said, ew. What? Excuse me? Oh, gosh. Anyway, so the baby's name is PJ, and the baby, focus. All right. And everything is going really well, so we're very happy for Portia. Dennis is happy. Now it's time to take Noelle to the college, and Noelle looked out. She doesn't have a roommate so far. That could change, but right now she doesn't have a roommate. So they were able to deck out her dorm, and she's going to Howard. And Cynthia's just trying to reassure her. Noelle has her, her special blankets, pillows, all of that, and she has her memory wall. And it's going to be a transition for Noelle for like the first 5 seconds. Trust me, once first night of nightlife at college, and you're like, I can do this. Now, I stayed home. I stayed home because I said no. The rooms are what size? A roommate? The drama and pettiness of the people around me? The extra money? Because let's just be real. That if it was cheap, I would have said, oh, okay, we can do this. I can have 2 places. Let's go. No. The sharing of the shower. I'm sorry. I know that's the experience. Screw that. Screw that. I had the option of not doing that, so I didn't. I made sure all the colleges I wanted to go to, I could commute to. Trust. Because I can do the sharing. I can do all of that. But why do that if you don't have to? And plus, the college I went to, it was Centenary College. It was a school where it didn't have much of a nightlife. So there was no point. There was no point. It was like classes are done, hang out in someone's dorm, or just hang out in the main quad, or outside, and then go home. Or maybe go to a local restaurant with some friends, but that's it. That's it, really. Because I wasn't a partier in general, so I didn't feel like I was missing anything. It's crazy when we see the flashbacks of how everyone used to look, and it's amazing how the adults look better. That's a testament to money, proper diets, exercise, trust. Because Greg has all of his children over, so we even see Brent and Bryce. I said, oh wow. And we see the other kids, the kids that are like in their 40s, and Greg had prostate cancer, and Greg, he keeps saying he's totally healed, there's no cancer. The correction is, like I said, there's no active cancer. There's no active. There's cells that got dispersed into his body. It's very low, but the thing is, and they're not active, but they could be. And so, again, I'm using very generic terms. And so that's why they want to do the chemo, to eradicate everything. But Greg, I'm sure he needs a break. He needs a break, and anyone would need a break if they were going through all of that. So that's why Nene said, you know what? He doesn't want to do it. He feels good. He feels healthy. He doesn't absolutely have to. Then fine. Now they're talking to the guys about, hey, you have to get a prostate exam, and it's important because you don't know, and you're at higher risk just because your father had it. And I know there's a stigma about men and black men, and we don't want nothing poking around back there, and even though that's facts, unless that's what you like and what you choose to do, this is a test. This is your life, and you are sedated. I mean, those three things sound amazing to me. Life? Well, I mean, 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. Sedated? Well, no. Say this again. It's your life. Don't play around with it. Now, Candy invites Mama Joyce over. It invites her over to the new old lady gang because they have another location. Todd is killing it with these businesses. Well, I should say Todd and Candy are killing it with these businesses. Candy's killing it with the funding. Todd is killing it with the execution and management. You need both. You need both. And Mama Joyce, she comes in. Mama Joyce. We love Mama Joyce. But I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Her reasoning for Todd was tragic. And she tried to do, Mama Joyce is smart. She tried to do that whole, well, I wasn't even talking about you being the lemon, baby, even though you were. I was talking about Candy being the lemon. And and Mama Joyce is the lemon tree. So if the lemon tree produced such a lemon that Todd could go and make lemonade with, she thinks we're that gullible. She thinks we're that gullible. And we're not. And so then Candy said, no, Mom, you're not doing that. You're not doing that. So then Mama Joyce apologized. Said, I'm sorry if. I said, if you did offend him. But okay, if. I guess this is the best that we're going to get. Candy, but Todd said, it's not just me. Todd said he knows that Candy feels hurt whenever you don't show up to an event that's important to her. And Mama Joyce said, you know what, she said she's sorry for that, but it was also kind of generic. But we're just going to move on because Mama Joyce has been Mama Joyce all her life. And for the past couple of years, they've been trying to do some changes. But they love Mama Joyce. That's just how it's going to be. And the show ends with Cynthia and Leon taking Noelle out. And, Leon again giving Noelle the pep talk of, hey, everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be great. You can do this. So let's go. And Cynthia's just like, oh, her baby. And so then Noelle, they were leaving. And Noelle said, can y'all come back to campus? No, they can't. It's against the rules. I know. They can't. No. The answer is no. Well, can you at least drive in the Uber? No. So that Noelle was borderline dragging Cynthia into the Uber, and Leon was just getting her looking, get in the dang car. Little girl, I am not. Little girl, you are strong. Stop this. Stop this. And so then she gets in the car. She rolls down the window. It's like, I said, yep, Leon, be strong. Cynthia, do not run after that car, because Cynthia looked like she wanted to run after that car. And that was it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Happy New Year. And come back for when it is in the filler.
Remember to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe and come back.